on time. But let's get started with game number 1 of the semifinals. Once again, definitely take 1. I don't know what you're talking about. No take 2. We will move on to the finals in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. There we go. We got a L and an S. T, S. Perfect. Same piece sets. 39 line cap. You love to see it. I feel like classic Tetris is meant to be accompanied by flex styles tracks. Oh, you mean like the doot 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 da 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 and just rinse and repeat. Open Skies is my favorite. Reminds me of Jonas's last match. Yeah. I feel the same way, but like with Violet Dreams, which is why I have it in my playlist. It just has a weird sense of nostalgia to it for me. I don't know. There's just something about it. It just reminds me of looking through the quals, you know, live on Twitch, all like 8 players qualifying at the same time while Violet Dreams was playing. And everyone's just like, wow, who will qualify? Who will get the max out? But you can't forget about Nook's Cranny, as Burrito Dad mentioned. That one's the cream of the crop. Like, you can't get any better than that. Anyway, 231 for Gerald, 231 for Scuti, so these two players have been pretty neck and neck in terms of efficiency. Nice little triple there from Scuti. Both players experiencing the same drought by about 20 pieces and counting. So we'll see how this plays out. Both players have a relatively clean board. Gerald with a bit of a even stack, kind of a flat board, which is not the best thing you want when you're getting droughted, but he does get the Lombard regardless, so he'll be okay. 313 for Scuti, taking about a Tetris lead in 65 lines, while Gerald catching back up with that Tetris, so we are pretty even. Both players had around an 80% Tetris rate. Scuti trying to build up this left side and score a Tetris once he gets the Lombard. There you go, Tetris for Scuti. 358. Looks like a bit of a double flip there for Scuti. Is Tetris ready, but does have a hole in his stack, so we'll see if he can clean this out as efficiently as possible. Just needs a Lombard, but gonna do that placement with the T piece to kind of avoid the Lombard dependency, but force into some more burns. 403 for Gerald, 407 for Scuti. Some are saying I never pay a lot of attention to the music. For me, it's all about the Tetris action, hype, epic music, and elevate the atmosphere, but still, we're here for one thing. And I agree. Until you have elevator music, which I won't specify what kind of music it is, but if you know, you know. And Scuti kind of committing to this row 2 setup. Gerald going for a dirty center wall. Let's see if he gets that Lombard. Doesn't get the Lombard in time. Looks like a drought is forming here, as you can see on Scuti's side, by about 20 pieces. Oh no. What's funny is I uploaded my stuff on DistroKid and now I can't even play my own music on my own stream without it getting dinged. Yikes. That's a not a good time. But what is a good time is that we're about to reach transition here for these two players. They can both score 2 more Tetrises at the most before we reach the level 19 speeds. Gerald's setting up a Lombard dependency because he thought the Lombard was coming right next. And Blue Scuti will transition at 586. Gerald will transition with a similar score. There you go, 585. So about a Tetris lead and pace for Gerald, as Scuti having to do a bit of burning right now. Solving that Lombard dependency. Just needs another Lombard, gets a Lombard for a Tetris. 619 for Scuti, 611 for Gerald. For those of you unaware, Blue Scuti was down in the quarterfinals, who had to face off against Ramations last Thursday in what was, I would consider a highlight match of the season. An incredible duel between those two players that had a multitude of deep kill screen battles, and a very great game number 4, in which Scuti ended up taking the set by the skin of his teeth. Gerald did have a bye straight into the semifinals for finishing top of his division in the regular season. So this is his first match in the playoffs. Scuti right now 759, 705 for Gerald. Both players are Tetris ready. Actually, Gerald wasn't Tetris ready. He did get that Tetris though. 734, 84,000 points behind. And mostly Tetris, thank you very much for the raid. Party is 65. Welcome on in, everybody. Hope you're all doing fantastic today. And hope you're ready for some incredible matches here. We are set to finish this season tonight. This will be our final stream for season 22. We will find out who will be crowned champion of CTL. Right now, Scuti at 911, 855 for Gerald, and Lady Vader 13. Thank you for the follow. Scuti having to solve a Lombard dependency, waiting for the Lombard here. Not going to be Tetris ready, just going to take a triple, but now he's Tetris ready for traditional right side Tetris. And Scuti solving that J dependency. Actually, it was a L dependency. Scores a Tetris, now with a max out 1.05. Gerald with a 957. Ooh, Gerald, bit of a dead drop there with the L piece. I don't know if he meant to do that, like some sort of delayed burn sequence, or if the piece just didn't rotate in his favor. But now having to solve this J dependency, he is Tetris ready, getting bursted with square pieces, as Scuti has taken a 156,000 point lead, can set up 2 more Tetrises before level 29, so Gerald's gonna have to do some work in the kill screen if he wants to take this game, getting droughted by just 16 pieces, and we'll top out at 961, so Scuti will take the first game. GG's. In 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris, our current reigning champion, down 1 game, looking to tie up the set. Andy saying Jim RNG is sus. Dang. But yeah, I don't actually know if I plugged Matcherino since the raid. But we do have a Matcherino for our top 4 players. Nice little dirty Tetris there for Scuti. Any contributions are greatly appreciated. We're looking for at least $500 into the prize pool. And thanks to our top contributors right now. I'm doing this from memory. Summer B, Kingsman, K9 watching Tetris, and Zempro. So thank you guys very much for your generosity. And of course, if you'd like to support our restreamers, you can do so with subscriptions or donating bits. Or of course, a follow and a view is greatly appreciated as well. Sempro, I think you're like 4th now. You're out of the top 3, but I do remember you. So I have a good memory sometimes. And K9 watching Tetris, $49.99. Keeping us 1 cent from the goal. Thank you very much, K9. Sometimes, yes. But yes, hope everyone is doing well today. As Gerald looking to do well with this kind of a well that was forming in the center. He is evening out his stack. And it's going to be okay with that Tetris. 232 for Gerald, 254 for Blue Scuti. I don't think Zempro donating. It was not Zempro that donated. It's NGC, man. Scuti in a bit of a situation here, going for the nice flat placement there with the L piece to into the tuck with the T. So nicely done there. And we're talking about how sometimes gym Cs are a little bit scuffed, but I don't know. I don't have an opinion on that because I'm pretty crap at competitive anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Excuse me, it doesn't really matter what the seed is. I will probably top out with a double flip on 23. Gerald once again behind by about 2 Tetrises. 316 versus 392 for Scuti. And Scuti with a bit of a misdrop there with the square piece. His Lombard dependent on 2 sides of his board, so gonna have to do some delayed burn sequences here. A considerable amount of burning will be required for Scuti to burn this out into a cleaner stack, which will give Gerald the opportunity to catch back up and potentially take the lead. Has a Lombard dependency on the left side, goes with the Tetris first, and now solves the Lombard dependency. But some great skims here from Scuti, and he is clean and still ahead in the score. 425 for Scuti, 371 for Gerald. Up next, after this match, we'll be having another run in the semifinals between Andy and Dog. So, we got some hot matches coming. And I am very much excited. Gerald going for the very high left build up here. 463 now. It's Tetris for Gerald. 486. As Scuti once again, some uncomfortable placements. Gonna have to do some burns. And that might actually run him out of contention for a 600k transition. Gerald still on pace for it. He has three or four burns to spare. He has 4 burns to spare. 121 lines can set up 3 more Tetrises. And looks like Scuti might still get the 600k by the looks of it. And as I say that, he doesn't get the right pieces, so never mind. Oh, goody. Wait, hold on now. There's like a bunch of commentator curses happening right now. And there you go. Never mind. Tetris for Scuti. We'll transition at 581. Gerald at 600,000. 624 transition for Gerald. So, pretty even score. Gerald now with the advantage this time around. He was behind by over 100,000 points in game 1. So, definitely looking to make a statement and avoid a 2-0 deficit Both players with some safe tournament stacking here by the books. Tetris for Scuti, 708 versus Gerald, 726. And Gerald having to build up his stack a little bit here. That's a nice Tetris board and a Tetris 811 at 22. This is about a potential for a 1.3 at most into kill screen, into the 29 speeds, while Blue Scuti has 822. So this is about a mid 1.2 pace with relatively safe-ish tournament play, and we're talking safe as in top player safe. You don't need to go perfect to get the 1.2. Welcome on in, Tugi saying spectacular. And both players experiencing the same drought here. 25 pieces. Bangs down a Simul Tetris. 907 for Gerald, looking for a potential 25 max out. This next Tetris will give him the max out now at 971. Scuti at 951. And Scuti will score a Tetris, will get the potential max out into 26. Gerald scores a Tetris for the 1,000,000 points. Some very interesting delayed burn sequences here for Gerald, and he's hitting all of them perfectly. Wow. Very efficient stacking here from Gerald. Still has the lead, but this is going back and forth now, neck and neck. This could come down to post-29 play. And both players, Gerald gets a 1.1 first. Scuti is Tetris ready, so we'll see if both players can maintain this efficient stacking into the kill screen. 1.1 for both players, and they can both score 2 more Tetrises. Gerald might go for a row. No, just gonna go safe, keeping it into a traditional right well. Misdropping a bunch of pieces right before the transition, so gonna have to burn this down into 29. Scuti gonna have a slight edge in efficiency by the looks of it, but there is a drought forming. So as I say that, both players are burning into transition. 1.19 for both players. Tetris for Scuti taking the lead now with a 1.23. Gerald with some nice digs, cleaning this out. Keep in mind we do have a level 39 line cap as Gerald is going aggressive, getting droughted though. Needs a long bar, needs a J piece now. Gets a J piece and a Tetris for Gerald. 1.25, but Scuti still has a momentary lead. 1.29, another 10 for Gerald, still behind by only 3,000 points. This is very neck and neck. Some clutch games here from both. Taking the lead is Gerald with that Tetris 1.3 into level 32 as Scuti is now having to do some cleaning. And Gerald maintaining this safe enough right well. Not going too aggressive. Scuti going aggressive though, trying to maintain this board. Tetris for Scuti, 1.35, taking the lead now at 3,000 point deficit for Gerald as he's trying to maintain this traditional right side well. He is building up for this Tetris. And we are off and running on the 29 speeds now, level 34 for both players. Gerald now J dependent on the left side of Scuti, going very aggressive. Soft at the penalty with the long bar. Needs a square piece, gets a square piece now. Tetris ready, but had to burn down the stack. Gerald with a bit of trouble, gets a Tetris 1.41. Scuti with a 1.38, but Gerald has to do some burning. This could be Scuti's opportunity to catch back up, but he's also digging as Gerald is now clean. And Tetris ready. Tetris for Gerald, 1.46 potential for a rollover before level 39. Another Tetris for Gerald, 1.51 as Scuti is clean and is Tetris ready, but misdrops that TPS. Could this be it for Scuti? Could this be the final nail in the oh my god, I can't even speak right now. Everything's happening. Tetris for Scuti, 1.45, but he is now having to do a significant amount of burning. Misdrops that J piece. This could do it. He is running out of time. Has Lombard depending on the center, and Gerald's gonna top out with 1.53. So Scuti 1.53 is the score to beat, but doesn't get the Lombard to the left side and will top out. Gerald will take game number 2. GG's. And we do indeed have it ready, so let's start the countdown here. Game number 3, tied set. Who will take an advantage for game 4 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Critical game 3 here. So, a bit of an interesting little trivia for our previous CTL seasons. We did used to have a double elimination format for the playoffs bracket, where our winners of the regular group division had an extra life, one would say. They moved on to the winners bracket, so if they lost, they would still have another chance at gaining redemption and still having a shot at the title. However, this time there is none of that double elimination stuff. This is single elimination. Whoever loses will be eliminated, and whoever wins will move on. And Zampro, thank you for the $1.70 for 501.69 into the prize pool. Thank you very much. Anyway, Gerald gets a nice L tuck. Looks like Scuti's frames are dropping a little bit here. Must be a capture issue. By the way, did Max Out Club? This is a little bit a behind the scenes topic here. But did Trey recalibrate? Not recalibrate. Did Trey update the what was it? The script or whatever it was? Because I forgot to change the date to before October 4th or whatever. You renewed it? Cool. Sweet. Because I didn't change the date. I'm still on October 8th. So I was wondering. That's good. Anyway, after that, 202 for Gerald, 240 for Scuti. And Scuti now with a Lombard dependency is Tetris ready on the right side, but getting droughted by 20 pieces. This is the worst time to experience a drought, but he does get the 30 Tetris. 266. 232 for Gerald. Shout out to Trey for being the GOAT, the tech GOAT. Summer B plugging in the Matcherino. Yes. Let's get that prize pool up, people. All contributions will go toward our top 4 players. And of course, if you would like to support us as well on our YouTube channel, we do have a YouTube where I'm the editor there. That's usually where I hide in my little cave for the entire season before I get out of the cave just for the playoffs, and where we upload more polished versions of our CTL matches, our highlight matches, one would say. I don't upload all of them, just the ones that really kind of stand out in the crowd. Yes, we are now monetized. This is our first season being YouTube partners. Isn't that great? That's fantastic. What's also fantastic, or what would be fantastic, is if these two players could get the Lombard, which they do. 396 versus 431 for Scuti. So yeah, pretty efficient game here for these two players. Looks like a potential 600k transition is on the cards. Gerald has a bit less leeway than Scuti though. 443 at 108 lines, scoring a Tetris. Not 489 versus Scuti's 528 at 113 lines. So Scuti has about 4 lines to burn and still get the 600k. G subscribe to a sponsor, I think that's what it read. So there you go, 20 cents added to the prize pool. Thank you very much, G's. 514 for Gerald, 574 for Scuti. I can't be a member on the channel. When does that come in? Once we kind of get situated with the YouTube channel, I don't want to just like add stuff or like add perks, quote unquote perks, and then we don't even have anything to contribute once people actually pay or become members to the channel. So we'll try to get that sorted sometime next week. Not next week, next season. But we do have a transition for both players. 600k for both, 670 for Scuti, level 20, 696, 612 for Gerald. So Gerald got that TP's one piece too late, but still maintains a pretty even stack. Same can't be said about Scuti though. Kind of a hole that was forming in the center. Tetris though for Scuti now at 750. No, I don't know how people would feel if Kingsman screamed their name for 30 seconds. Gerald at 722, 780 for Scuti once again. Potential for a 1.2 into 29 with his efficiency. Now Scuti with a J dependency that is forming on the left side, also with an L dependency in the center, solves both dependencies and is Tetris ready. Looks like a bit of a capture issue there for Scuti. Nothing too problematic, just dropping some frames. But he is Tetris ready, and the Simul Tetris 904 versus Gerald's 823. And another Tetris there for Gerald, looking for a potential 1.1 now. Looks like he experienced some issues with burning earlier on. Scuti now with the advantage, 969 max out there for Scuti at level 25, so back and forth with the level 25 max outs. Gerald got one in game 2, and now Scuti is responding with a 25 max out of his own here in this game 3, and he is Tetris ready once again, getting a bit shrouded here. Needs a Lombard here to score this Tetris. Gerald is also clean and waiting for this next Lombard, and it's not showing up. Getting dried by 27 pieces of Tetris for Scuti, 1.05. Another Tetris there for Gerald, behind by 100,000 points. Looks like once again kill screen play might be mandatory for Gerald if he wants to take this game. Tetris there for both players. Scuti almost with a 1.1 at level 28, but now has a whole kind of a messy stack in the center. And another Tetris there for Scuti, 1.12. Looks like Ambassador, thank you for the $4 contribution to the prize pool. Gerald in a bit of trouble here, needs 3 burns to dig this down and be safe into transition. Scuti already transitioned at 1.13, Gerald with a 1.03. So both players put the max out in 29, but Scuti does have the advantage. Gerald is clean now, and he is Tetris ready, waiting for the Lombard, but he hangs that Z piece, still needs a Lombard, it's not showing up! And that's gonna do it for Gerald, topping out at 1.04. Scuti will take game number 3 and be at match point for the 4th game. GG's. Number 4, could this be the final game of the set, or will Gerald force this decider in 3, 2, 1, Tetris? So yeah, thanks to I believe his name is Ambassador's contribution, we're now at 505.05 in the prize pool. Thank you guys very, very much. Looks like Scuti starting off with some burns he has to deal with. But nothing too problematic, just gonna cost a significant amount of efficiency, though we are at the very beginning stages, so can't be too significant, right? Summer B saying, I'm sad I can't make CTWC, hope it'll be a brilliant time for y'all attending though, whether you're competing, spectating, commentating, organizing, or anything else. That's okay. I'm not going to CTWC either, so we can both be on the sidelines. The odd people out. Gerald with a well that is forming in the center. Oh, Scuti in a bit of trouble here, having to do some burns now. Got a timely Lombar. And Gerald with a dirty Tetris, so looks like a bit of a rough seed for these two players, as neither with a clean stack. Gerald does have a slight edge though. Scuti is clean. And Gerald is now clean as well. So looks like both players are locked and loaded to score more Tetrises at the very bottom. Yeah, the more we play, the more Scuti's Max Out Club just gets more slideshowy. And it's not me this time. I can 100% 30-day money back guarantee. It's not me. So that's all I'm happy about. 294 for Scuti, 329 for Gerald. If Scuti wins, it's gonna be McDonald's Wi-Fi have friends in finals. Yeah. Oh boy. One thing I really don't hope for is, I hope all of our players can use Max Out Club. Because I don't think I have a scene set for the non-Max Out Club. Ned B, thank you so much for the follow. Gerald at 421, 409 for Scuti, so pretty neck and neck game. Scuti is ahead by about 3 lines in the line count. So yeah, this is really even. If we had the friendlies, Jeff and Alex neck image, we'd be flashing that right now. Ooh, Scuti a bit of trouble here, needs a Lombar. Getting droughted though. Nice Tetris, but now he has to burn this down as quickly as possible, so now in a safer position, but it is going to cost more efficiency, which Gerald can use to his advantage. Summer B asking, is there a guideline for Tetris streamers as far as stream settings? Maybe a lower bitrate? That usually helps. But the thing is, Max Out Club is more about capture card, having a good capture card, and also not bad CPU. Or like, not a bad computer. To where it'll absolutely destroy all CPU usage just to Max Out Club alone. Gerald setting up for a left wall Tetris, hits that left wall Tetris. And Scuti set up for a Lombard dependency as we are nearing the 19 speeds. Tetris there for Gerald. Scuti at 548. Gerald once again with 600k transition. And Scuti is Lombard dependent in the center, but he does get the Lombard dependency solved as Gerald is ahead by 78,000 points. He is ahead also in the line count though, so this could play into factor. And 676 now for Gerald. Scuti having to build this out. He is Tetris ready and a Tetris for Scuti. And yeah, both players are relatively clean. Gerald is setting for a Tetris, and he does get the Lombard in time for a Tetris. 754 versus Scuti's 684. So Scuti having to do some more burns, which is exactly what Gerald needs right now, because he is behind by a game. He needs to take this next game to force a decider and keep his back-to-back championship streak alive. They go 838 now for Gerald. Just has been maintaining a very clean stack throughout this entire 19 post-transition. Same can't be said about Scuti though, but he is rocking the Road 2 Tetris and a nice Tetris for Scuti. 800,000 points versus Gerald's 860 or 870. Invictus Rage asking, is this the finals? This is the semi-finals. After this match, we'll be having Dog versus Andy in our second semi-final match. Single elimination format, by the way. So whoever loses is out. No second chances. This is all or nothing for all our players involved. 930 for Gerald can once again get a very early max out for into 26 with this next Tetris. Scuti is right on his heels though. 928 at 198 lines. And Gerald not getting the right pieces he needs. Having to be forced into some delayed burn sequences. But he opens up that hole in his stack in the center. And he set up for a center wall Tetris. Scuti has just been rocking this Road 2 for a while now. And center wall Tetris for Gerald. 1.04 versus Scuti's 1.03. Gerald setting up for a J-Tuck. And gets that J-Tuck. And is going to be Tetris ready for another Lombard here that's not showing up so far, but now it's showing up. Scores as Tetris 1.08. Scuti already level 28, so this is gonna come down to level 29 play once again. Gerald cannot afford an early top out though. He needs to survive this as long as possible and maintain an efficient stack. Gerald will transition by the looks of it with some burns. Now with 1.12, Scuti will transition with the burn again with a 1.14, so he is ahead by 11,000 points. Tetris there for Scuti, and Gerald in a bit of trouble here. Needs something to the left side. Needs a J piece. That J piece is not showing up. Using the Lombard to build this down. Now needs a good set of pieces to the left. Can he survive this? He's in a lot of trouble. Needs an L. And this not showing up, and that's gonna do for Gerald. Topping out with a 1.14. Scuti takes the game and the set. GG's. Scuti for the first time will move on to the finals and await Dog versus Andy. Let's see him run his little victory lap in all its 2 frames per second glory. Scuti definitely making a statement here, saying, yes, I'm a contender for not just CTL, but for the big title here for CTWC coming up next week. Invictus asking, do people usually hit 1.5 million in competition? When it comes to like Masters level players, like Division 1 Masters level, yeah, kind of. It isn't like a big thing anymore. And Scuti already with a rollover. Man, what is it with everyone just like topping out immediately after the rollover at level 37? Yeah, very nicely done, Scuti. If you can hear me, make sure to maybe refresh your computer, restart your computer before the finals. 50k off of comp world record. Some are saying let's contribute more to the match arena so Scuti can improve his hardware so the capture isn't at 2 frames per second. I agree. Alright, but thank you very much, Gerald, our reigning champion, and GG's as well for making it all the way to the semifinals. Good luck for future matches and future tournaments, and Scuti, get out of here. Good job on making it to the finals. But up next, we'll be having Andy versus Dog, so stay tuned for that one. A9 watching Tetris, thank you for the gift sub to Dog. Let me see who just donated. Hold on. Oh, Summer B! Thank you so much for the $44.95 contribution to get our price pool up to... Oh, excuse me. Holy crap. $550. Yes, K9 the GOAT. Yes, we're just waiting on Andy. I did send them the max out club that we're going to be using, so once Andy is ready. Someone donated $144.20 for funny number, yes. Zempro, $5.55 to get that price put of $555. 55. What if we got to 666, 66? Ooh. Scary. Perfect for Halloween. Got Kit Hussein with the hype emoji. Can we have a prediction for Epic Andy versus Dog mods? Feel free to do that as I work on the other thing. I'll run some ads, by the way. I'm gonna run a 1-minute ad, so I'll be back in I guess a minute. Hey guys, for those of you subscribed, how's everyone doing? Let's talk crap about everyone not subscribed watching ads right now. Hahaha, losers. Anyway, Blue Scuti, thank you for subscribing. Anyway, we're almost good to go, I think. Andy and Dogs Ninjas are set. We just need Andy to join the Max Out Club, which I did send in the chat. I know, I'm very toxic. That's how that's how we make our money. We gotta be toxic.